Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making chicken fried steak with country gravy. Alright, I'm starting out. I have some cube steak here. And I seasoned this with my McCormick's Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and garlic seasoning. Guys, this is delicious. Walmart sells it, Amazon sells it. If you don't have it or don't want to get it, put some salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder together and season your steaks. I also season my flour. I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour in a Ziploc bag. And I put a tablespoon of that seasoning in there. And over here in the large skillet I have about 1/4 of an inch of vegetable oil heating up. And I bumped my camera, excuse me. I'm going to start by dipping my steak in some egg I have scrambled here. And try not to splatter all over your stove. And I'm going to grab my flour. I'm going to put my steak in the bag. This is about the easiest way to do it. And I'm just going to move it around and coat that steak. I'm going to take it out and shake off the flour, and I'm going to put this in the hot oil and turn it up just a hair. Now I'm going to allow this to fry for a few minutes till it's golden brown on both sides. Then it should be cooked through and we'll pull it aside to rest. Right now that my chicken fried steak is all done frying, I have it set aside. I took about half of the oil out of this. I'm going to pull out these big chunks. Even though they're flavor, we don't need all that in there. And I'm just going to break up the remaining bits. Now I have some flour here. Let's just grab this big chunk out. And I have my heat set down on low. I'm going to add some flour in here. This is a cup of flour. I'm not going to use it all. I'm going to start with about half of it. We want enough just to absorb that oil. We're making a roux to make our country gravy. And this is how they make gravy down south. Up north here, what we generally do, I'm going to add a little more flour in, is we'll make a flour water slurry, add water to the pan if you're done, potato water after you're done cooking your meat, and thicken it up with that slurry. I'm going to turn my heat up just a little bit. And that's looking about good for flour. I'm going to allow this to cook just for a minute so the flour taste cooks out of it. And I use about a half a cup of flour in there. If you have a little more oil left in there, you have to use a little more flour. If you want it to about a paste consistency like this. Alright, now I have some heavy whipping cream. I'm going to add this in here. And if it gets too thick, I can add a little milk to thin it out. And you just want to stir it around to dissolve that flour so you don't have lumps. And I'm turning my heat down to low because it's a cast iron pan and they really hold the heat. And guys, this is smelling good, but I'm going to season it some with some of that McCormick's seasoning. And I think I'm going to add a little milk in here too to thin this out. You could use just milk if you like, but I have heavy whipping cream I have to use up. So let me go get the milk. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to add some milk in. And like I said, if you don't have heavy whipping cream, milk will work just fine for you. I'm adding all my milk in. That's roughly about 1.5 cups. Now I'm going to bring this up to a gentle boil. And this will thicken as it cooks. And I'm going to taste it for seasoning real quick. We want to make sure we have a well-seasoned gravy. We don't want it to taste like plaster or flour water. And I'm just stirring it to dissolve those lumps of flour in there. Now let me taste that. Yeah, that needs seasoning. So I'm going to get more of my McCormick seasoning. I'm going to put about a tablespoon in there. And if you don't have that, salt and pepper will work just fine, or salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Stir that around. And I'll give it another taste. Needs a little more. Another tablespoon, guys. Stir it around in there because it just tastes like milk, thickened milk right now. As it cooks, it will develop more flavor, but you do have to season. Give that a taste. I guess it works better if you turn the spoon the right side up. Starting to develop good flavor, but it needs just a hair more. And the reason it's taking so much is because that flour, that's a bland product, and that absorbs the flavor. And I have my heat down on low because this gravy is thick enough. We just want to get it seasoned up. Alright, let's give her a taste. That's tasting good on seasoning. Now, I'm going to put in a little fresh parsley that I diced up. About a tablespoon. This is ready to go, guys. Let's go ahead and fix up a plate and see what we got. I also went ahead and made some home fries and garlic butter, green beans to go with this. Let me get in here and give this a try, guys. It's moist, cook through, get a little bit of that gravy. It's really good. Tender, moist. Well seasoned. Guys, that's really delicious and it wasn't hard at all. And if you want to take an easy way out, after you make your steak, just buy store-bought country white gravy and fix it up front there. Alright, there you have it. Chicken fried steak and country fried gravy. Thanks for watching and supporting me, and remember, love what you eat and eat what you love.